All right. Maybe that will do. Let's see. I know it's working now. All right. We should be finally caught you live. Yeah, I'm glad you did, Brenda. Thank you for pulling up. GBG's in the building. What up, my guy D? I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear. All right. Brenda said we're good, so we're good. Now, like I said, we are still looking for a new streaming service. StreamYard is really acting bad. I don't know what's going on. It's working particularly my last nerve because I'm all about production. If nothing in the show gets right, I want to make sure the production is A1. So that means, just like last time, I'm at excuse me, I'm going to really keep an eye out on this audio moving forward. So let's get back to housekeeping. Let's start from the top. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the BTSI show. I'm your host, Christopher J. Do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on all social media accounts. Links are located in the description. You feel the need to make a donation, $sign the BTSI show is a cash app. Participant waive all their rights to privacy. Link is located at the top of the chat. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 doing the cash app giveaway. So let me go over the rules again. With this new segment called Talking Point Debunked, we are going to tackle every single YouTube and Clubhouse talking points that we possibly can, and we're going to leave our feelings at the front door because we're going to debate the actual facts. So, if it's verified, you're going to see this at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. If it's bullshit, you're going to see this Talking Point Debunked. So, let's get into it. Now, I don't know if you guys recognize the thumbnail from the background. If you can't tell, this was Q's show on the Anton Daniels channel on Monday. Now, I will openly admit I am not technically finished watching the show. I only watched the first segment. I watched the second segment. I haven't got to the remaining stuff of it. I'll probably do that later on today after I finish watching the last episode of Secret Invasion. But during the second segment, what came into it, it was about how men are predators, uh, killers, or whatever, because the men across the world and there are considered sexual assaulters because their job is to protect women instead they are preying on women. Just the same old goofy talking points that you're going to hear on TikTok. And what's another thing? Why does TikTok allow such misandrous talking points? But God forbid, if a man comments on someone's makeup, they get their page back. I don't know. I'm just asking questions, but we'll talk about that later. So let's get into it. M Hoops. Excuse me. Let me see if I can bring up a thumbnail of the stupidity that I heard from individuals on this panel. Let me see. Give me one quick second. It's loading. It's loading. Come on. There we go. On the bottom row, second to the left is M Hoops, white boy with the beard. Now, he, along with homeboy next, actually the whole entire bottom row except for Quentin and the young lady on the left, they are they don't believe in the talking points of 80, 20% or whatever case may be. Now, I will openly admit part of this talking point is immediately, and I mean immediately, going to get debunked because people don't know the actual conversation. They don't know the premise of said conversations. So I can already tell you right now, we're going to debunk that within seconds. But let's get into this. Now, when it comes to the 80-20 rule, there's so many grounds to that, to whether 80% of women is having babies by 20% of men. I heard 80% of women want the top 20% of men. I've been hearing constant stories, constant foundations of what that talking point meant, and nobody managed to get it right. So, here's one talking point we're going to tackle. How many children, and this is pertaining Black women and Black men. I have stats for other races as well, but let's focus. And all of this is located in the description. And we went out again. Oh well. All of this is located in the description. The CDC link that I am using to inform everybody the accuracy of this link. This was produced earlier this year. So this is the latest CDC numbers. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is all facts. Fuck your feelings. Let me say this again. This is all facts. Fuck your feelings. All right, so let's get it. Now, you hear that 80% of women is having babies. That's having babies with 20% of men. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Now, in this link, excuse me, of course, read pages 1 through 11, but let's skip to page 12. So, what do we got with these numbers? If we're going solely based off of ethnicity and ethnicity alone, let's see. Let's go to Black or African American single race. Let's see. And of course, these numbers is represented by the thousands. So let's see. Let's see where we got. Where we got Black. Oh wow, that's a lot of numbers. So do 9,782 times 1,000. That's how many black. That's how many black people have children. Let's see what else. Percentage wise, oh, yeah, black people, we need to do better, especially if we're not married. And we'll get into that talking point at a later date. All right, this is okay. Here we go. This is for the men. So let's do this. Out of black men, 9,782 times 1,000. That's how many black men can say they have children. Obviously, they share that with the women, of course. So let's go. And obviously, let's see. Oh, that was. Oh, I apologize. I'm misreading this. I'm so sorry. Let's try this again. All right, for women, this is man and woman, black man, black woman. It's all located in that link that's located in the description. Go to page 12 if you choose to follow. So let's go with the women's side. Let's go with the women's side. On the women, they share. Black women have 9,782 children times 1,000 to get the accurate number. That is, ladies and gentlemen, with the error, standard error is 1.72%. I know a lot of people like to bring up hypotheticals, but what if they get married? What if they still single? What if they had a baby in this condition? What if they have a baby in that condition? The CDC have already taken account for that, and it's only 1.72%. However, putting that to the side, ladies and gentlemen, 61% of African American women have a child, at least one. Let's try that. Let's say it one more time. 61% of black women in this community have at least one child that we can account for. Got kids screaming in the hallway. So, again, according to CDC, 61% of black women have a child. So that right there in of itself, ladies and gentlemen, already debunks the 80-20% conversation. 80% of black women do not have children. That's a minimum of 61%. So now that talking point, that part of the talking point has officially been debunked. If they bring this up, it's not 80%. It's 61%. So that talking point is officially debunked. Now, let's continue. I see the powers that be, they're trying to silence me, keep throwing me off of my rhythm. But all right, let's keep it going. Now, let's get to the men. Now, 8,703 times 1,000. That's how many black men have children altogether. Now, like I said, there's always going to be a standard error. There's always going to be a standard error, 2.14%. So again, some people try to throw out these hypotheticals, say the numbers is good or whatever. The CDC already accounted for that. And like I said, there has to be some high percentage number for them to make waves. There's not enough. So if you want to continue, let's continue with that. 46% of black men have a child with black women. 46%. This is literally right there in the CDC right there. So again, that hold on, Brenda got something to say. I say that all the time. You know you're speaking the truth when there's a random disruption. That is a fact. Thanks, Brenda. But let's get to it now. Out of the let's see, 46. Just out of the black men you see, 46% of them are walking around with at least one child. 46%. So again, that's another talking point that got debunked. So, and this is just looking at page 12 of that link I just sent you guys. Page 12. That talking point has officially been debunked. So, so why are we still having these conversations? I would never know. But now I guess people want to add some more caveats to it. Now that's based off an entire race, ladies and gentlemen. So I know people want some more numbers. So let's go. On the age range, how many of these women have children? All right, let's go see. And of course, according to page 12, this is from 2015 to 2019, and the updated numbers came out this year, which is 2023. So these are the most accurate numbers that we're going to use. So I would imagine 19. Uh, so I imagine the next numbers they have will be from 2019 to 2023. And I kind of wish we wouldn't have to wait another 4 years for those numbers to come out. But if it does, it is what it is. Yes, sir. We debunking shit right over here. Yeah, I'm tired of people having these goofy ass conversations. It's like let's focus on the truth and let's stick with the truth. So let's go with this. 2015 to 2019. From the ages of 15 through 44. From the ages of 15 through 44, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. Because we got 21. Actually, we got from 2011 to 2015. We also got from 2015 to 2019. Matter of fact, I'll let you guys decide. Which y'all want? Y'all want 2011 to 2015, or do you want 2015 to 2019? Y'all tell me what y'all want. Put a one for the previous stats. Put a one for the current stats. I'm gonna put a two for the current stats. I'll let y'all decide because I already got the answers here. Although I just looked at the time, I ain't got that much time, so I might have to make that decision for you. Son of a bitch! I just let the time fly by like that. Oh well, fuck it. Um, let's go with the 2015 through 2019 stats. Oh yeah. Oh y'all. Okay, y'all want the current stats. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So let's do this. From the ages of 15 to 44, from 2015 to 2019, those are the most current, up-to-date stats, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is by the thousand. So whatever number I throw out here, you have to multiply it by 1,000 to get the accurate number. So what we got? 61,000. Wow, my computer and my phone and my remote went off. Ain't this okay? The powers of the Matrix really hate me. I outsmart. Of course, you guys know. For those who know, I outsmarted the Matrix one time, and I haven't been left alone since then. But we'll talk about that later. So, ages 15 through 44, 61,935. So times that by 1,000. That's black women alone, ladies. Oh, actually, that's actually okay. All right, I see. I see. That's actually women alone. So you're gonna have to. I see what you're gonna have to do. Okay, well, fuck it. We'll just do that, and I'll let you guys go through it. 61,935. That's a total of women that had babies. So that's 52.1%, with the standard error of actually less than 1%. So that's not worth counting. For the men in the same age range, you have 61,800. and 82, which counts for 39.7% with the 1.21% standard error. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, there's always, I love brother. Um, there's always going to, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, there's always going to be more women with the child than men. That number's always going to be like that. And also, there's always going to be some form of percentage of men who just don't have babies. Now, here's another talking point in this same panel that we got to debunk. White boy down at the bottom left, second row. He said that, see, this is another reason why I wanted to do the show. Because, excuse me, I'm tired of people using this talk point when they say people are not having sex. And matter of fact, I talked about this with Angry Man last Tuesday. Oh, yeah, speaking of Angry Man, new clip will premiere at 12 o'clock New Central Standard Time today regarding our conversation about Courtney Michelle. So y'all tune into that. I was talking about the virgin talking point, and I debunked that now that I think about it, and we'll go into details with that during another show. Excuse me. The Most men are not having sex. Most men are virgins. I'm tired of that talking point because, like I told Angry Man, if you play your cards right, you can lose your virginity in 5 minutes. Yes, I said it. If you play your cards right, you can lose your virginity in 5 minutes. So I don't want to hear that talking point that most men are virgins or most men are not having sex. However, based off of what I'm reading, I can tell you most men don't have children. If you don't believe me, you can go to the link. CDC, you can read all of it, but go to everything starts at page 12. And this is and there's 22. That link is 22 pages long. Just go read it. Read is 80% of ready. You ain't gotta take my word for it, ladies and gentlemen. Always read stuff for your own. Read is 80% of ready. Now, if that sounds familiar to you guys because I did a show on that a couple of weeks ago. Salute to my guy Mecca, but read is 80% of ready. That's interesting though, because men can have more babies than women with a short amount of time. Exactly. That's 100% true. That's why I always say women have at least one child. When I say the numbers of race, which is like I said, which is actually 61% of black women have at least one child, I can say that with confidence because out of the 46% of men who have a child, although I can say at least 1%, I can make the argument they have at least more. But at the same time, one thing that people have to really take in consideration is that there's still a certain population of men, which is a large amount in the grand scheme of things, they don't have children. So let's see what else we can debunk. Jesus, time is going by faster than I originally planned. So let's see. Uh, Age groups. Uh, Hold on, did somebody pop up? Random things be going off in my ear. I think the Matrix is literally here, trying to pop up on the screen, pop right back out, but it's all good. Now let's see. Well, all right, so what we got? We got age groups, 15 through 24. All right, let's see what else we got. Marital status, no education, percent poverty. What else we got here? Oh, and they got the stats for number of children born. That's on page 13. I'm gonna let you guys dive into that on your own time because did they separate it for men and women? Let's see, number of children born. Oh, this is for women. Oh, ladies are gonna be mad at me that I need this episode. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me not go any further because I'm really going to piss off a certain group of people, which I don't mind doing. But ladies and gentlemen, majority of these talking points have been debunked because we actually have the actual stats. We actually have the stats of how many people have kids. There's actually stats now. Like you go to page 13, it will tell you how many. Um, It'll break it down by race. How many mothers have children? Page 14 is obviously the men, and all I'm going to say is the conversation moving forward. It should be this. All right, we have these children here. The question is, what are we going to do? So here's the best part about this segment being debunked. I want to actually provide solutions. One thing as a parent is we got to make sure that our children doesn't make the same mistakes that we did growing up. Don't let my perfectness confuse some of you guys. I wasn't always the perfect um, human being. No, I wasn't. Matter of fact, Brenda is in this chat. I know Brenda for 2008, 2018, 19, 20, 22, 23. I know Brenda for 15 years. She could tell you that I wasn't always this guy. Now, there might be some spurts of uh, old Chris from back in the day, back from our ACC days, but she can tell you firsthand who I am now is completely who I was not 15 years ago. So we all made mistakes and we all had to learn from our mistakes. And with us learning from our mistakes, see, there you go, sis Childish. She will tell you firsthand I was not always a perfect guy. My job as a parent is to make sure that my son doesn't walk in the same footsteps that I walked in. Now there are going to be. Now I will reveal to you guys some mistakes that I made along the way. That's only when the time comes. And right now my time is running short because I gotta head to work. So to the ladies and gentlemen, I promote marriage of children being brought in the confines of marriage. Now you guys are going. I know you guys are going to bring up you don't want to get married to the state. Well, if you watched my stream a couple of nights ago, you would know that in the state of Texas, they are working to get rid of no fault divorce, and there's a couple of, and that is being supported by Republicans all across the nation. So once Texas do it, Louisiana's next, and Nebraska has something along the lines that's going to happen. But even that, ladies and gentlemen, you can create your own vows, you can create your own contracts in the confines of your own marriage. It belongs to you. Everybody's not religious, everybody's not spiritual. So, at the bare minimum, have your own vows set in place. And guess what? You do not have to go to the courthouse. Like I said, I will always use Crimson Cure as an example because God rest his soul, her and her husband was married for 20 years through the mosque, I believe. So now, was there some other reasons? Yeah, sure, but nope. Will the Matrix stop trying to shut me down, please? Thank you. Now, they got married for other reasons to protect certain things, which is their business, not mine. But at the same time, you don't let the government stop you from getting married. Don't get married through the government. Get down on one knee. To ask that woman to marry you. Put a ring on it, and actually stick in there and handle your responsibility as a man. Ladies, don't get too comfortable. I'm talking to you too. Marriage is about duty. It's not about love. It's not about your feeling. You have to. Marriage is the most unselfish thing you will ever do because you know it's no longer about you. It's about that person in front of you. I put my wife and my child before me. My wife puts me and our son before her. That's why our covenant is like this, and we're striving and we're moving in the direction that we need to go. See, when I look at these stats, ladies and gentlemen, all I see is selfishness. Now I understand widows. We get the widow part. Shove that to the side. I'm looking at there's at least 22 pages of unselfishness. Excuse me, of selfishness that I'm looking at right now. It's no longer about you. Because look, now we got a bunch of babies running around with mom and daddy in different homes. Not only are we debunking talking points, we need to actually start fixing the narrative. So this ain't the last show. We'll be back. Trust me. Amen to that. Now I got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. So On your way out, do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on all social media accounts. Links are located in the description. Cash App, $, to BTS Dash Show. Participate, waive all the rights to privacy. That includes you, Matrix, trying to shut down my streaming shit. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. So I hope so because I'm trying to spread the word out there. So each talking point that we debunk, I want, instead of keeping the information to myself, like I said, what I just read, ladies and gentlemen, is located in the description. That is the CDC. The link is right there. It is officially yours. We need to stop keeping certain information to ourselves if we were talking about getting it better. I think that's what you call crab in the barrel, crab in the bucket mentality, what it's called. There's no I'm wasting my time if I don't get this to people. So please do me a favor and go. Don't take, like I said, never take my word for it ever. Just go read it. Go read it yourself. It's 22 pages. Go ahead and read. Like I said, we just stopped at page 12. There's more pages to it. But yeah, when you guys use these stats, we're not trying to say, aha, got you moment. What we're trying to do is um, point people in the right direction. Now, if someone's spewing lies intentionally, yes, that's where the stats come in. And you say, well, actually, here's what's really going on. So you may want to change your narrative. Now, if they refuse to change, then you just can't change. You can't change everybody. You can't save everybody. You just got to let people fail in life. Sometimes failure is the best teacher. Just let them fail. Don't waste your time going back and forth with people because sometimes I wonder why one of my particular mentors wouldn't push back. I wonder why some of the other people in the space wouldn't push back. It's like, what's the point? If their mind is made up to be delusional, let them be delusional because the commonality is they're going to remain in the same position that they're in, and they can't get out unless they hit rock bottom. So that makes sense. Yeah, some people. Okay, I'm gonna go to work. The Matrix doesn't like me doing what I'm doing. He just a bitch. But I'm going to go ahead and depart. The Matrix is really getting on my last goddamn nerves. You have no fucking idea. I appreciate that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, actually, Brenda, don't move real quick. Hold on, stay right there. All right. Brenda is officially a managing moderator. So, Brenda, if you can, if you have the time, I'll spot you some time. Please go ahead and put your link. What just happened? Oh, please go ahead and put your link to your channel in the chat because I do like what your live is about, and I think more people will be more interested in that as well. So, when you can't, go ahead and do that. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first segment of debunking talking points debunked. We are going to be back later on this week with this segment again. I'm gonna see if Brittany B will be available to join me because she said she wants to be there with me when we debunk the makeup talking point. We're gonna debunk that makeup talking point. Brittany said she'll pull up. I said, all right, I'm gonna give her some time to come through and she's going to be there with me because she says she's all about debunking talk boys. We're actually going to see it for ourselves. All right, you guys, I have to go. Love you too. This is the BTSI show. I'm your host, Christopher J. We will be back. Oh, another thing. Actually, before we go, what was I going to say? Since my wife, let's see. Up there you go. BPD Square. Y'all click the link and go subscribe. No, thank you. And actually, I gotta tell you something. Um, Obviously, I wanted to do the YouTube thing to prove a lot of people wrong. But if I had to tell you guys, there's only one person. The first person that inspired me was her. She did her own YouTube thing a long time ago, and it was always in my mind. It's like I just gotta just sit down and think about how I'm gonna get this work, how I'm gonna go get the equipment and all that stuff. You want to know who really sparked this YouTube thing? Ladies and gentlemen, she did. So I owe a lot of this to Brenda. So I am your ride or die. All of this that I achieved would not be without you. So Brenda, I want to give you your flowers. Thank you so much. But there was something else I was about to add too. Uh, what was I going to add? I was going to add something else. Oh no no no! Um, but yeah, actually, let me get out here because I just realized at the time. It's I gotta go. 12 o'clock, New Central Standard Time. Clip from me, Ingrament's discussion. We were talking about Courtney Michelle and her thoughts on the red pill being big pharma. We're gonna talk about that later on today. So please, Courtney's fans, please be nice, be gentle. I bruise easily. just just take everything with a grain of salt. Just watch, listen. Let's have a respectful conversation. So but real talk, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I will see you guys. Oh yeah, that's what I want to say. Son of a bitch. Because my wife got a new job with the A-Leaf school district, that's the district that I graduated from. So we're going to be doing a lot of morning joes from inside of my car again. But that's okay because I got to take my son to school. Then I got to travel all the way to work. I get there in a reasonable amount of time. We can knock out some time before I go clock in. But we'll do that real soon. So let's go ahead and get out of here for real this time. I swear to God, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.